a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500. This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit. Your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
Hi, Ike Engelbaum. I am really excited about a new sponsor, and that is Memory Health. These are vitamin capsules that you take 3 a day, and it improves your memory. Memory Health has been proven to be scientifically helpful for early stages of Alzheimer's. In fact, it has been claimed that it can even forestall Alzheimer's. Dr. Joel Kahn made this statement, in my more than 30 years of practicing medicine, no other product has ever come close to truly supporting brain health like Memory Health. It's a safe, natural supplement. If you need any more information, call 888-489-8980, 888-489-8980. And hopefully you are ready for one of the most favorite, in fact, I think it's the favorite holiday of the year for me, and I hope for you as well. Although there are a lot of problems in our world, Thanksgiving Day is universal, and what I really love about it is that it's non-denominational, and we certainly can use a lot of that type of thinking. We should be so grateful that we're in a country, despite all of the bickering with the politicians, that it's the most wonderful country at this point in civilization. Sure, there's a long way to go, but the truth of the matter is there is nothing that's ever perfect. And in fact, not to get too far off track, I had the joy of going down to the Detroit Art Institute, and I strongly encourage you to, especially around this time of the year, is to see what has transpired. Some of the greatest artists in the world, and what wonderful things they brought forth. And as you may know, currently they're featuring Van Gogh as to his life. And you know, as great an artist as he was, he really never appreciated the financial success that he had after he passed away. Now you've got an entire, not only this museum filled with his art, but all over the country and in the world. And he led a terrible life in the sense that I think he was going to try to be perfect. No one is perfect. And as at this holiday time, whatever relatives you have that you don't really get along with that well, bear with it. You never know when it's the last day that you have. Be grateful that you have the type of situation where you at least can walk around without worrying what clothes you're wearing unless you go nude, and I guess that's okay in some parts of the country. And I just want to wish you and everyone that's important to you happy Thanksgiving. And one of the most thankful things that I have is I really am blessed and that I'm doing what I really love to do, which is the opportunity to get in front of a microphone. I also do a TV show with the same theme, A Bright Side of Aging. While we're on the air with The Bright Side of Aging for the next half hour, please feel free to call in on our on-the-air phone number, 248-557-3300. At the break of the hour, 11:30, we change hats, so to speak, and we promote entrepreneurship. And again, you're welcome to call in while we're on the air at 248-557-3300. But when I'm off the air, if you're a senior and wish some guidance, since I'm a pharmacist, and I'm proud to tell you I've been around for 84 years. That's a pretty long time. In fact, I'm older than the President of the United States. How's that? Although I don't want to make any negative remarks at Thanksgiving, unfortunately, some of the things about it, the aging process has affected him in a negative way. He may be a nice guy and all, but I think when you get to your later years, you should appreciate what you've done and do the best you can, and that's what I try to do on my show. And that I want to not only share ideas on how you can live life to its fullest in a positive way, but also I am thankful that I've got a wonderful, talented former administrator of Highland Park General Hospital, Dr. Andre Lee. Dr. Andre Lee is my kind of guy, as they say, my kind of guy. He, unfortunately, as an administrator of Highland Park General Hospital, which closed years ago, obviously, since he was the administrator, they didn't have a job for him. Dr. Andre Lee used his talents and started hospices, and also is given back to so many different communities. And he fulfills what a lot of people talk about, and that is to help minorities, and especially the black community. He's done all kinds of projects to really remind people how wonderful the African American community is and what we may not know about it. He's created portraits of famous black leaders, and likewise he's also involved in starting hospices, and currently he's actually teaching health education through his foundation. And since his name is Dr. Andre Lee, guess what? His foundation is Leeway Foundation. I told you he was a smart guy. Hello, Dr. Andre Lee.
Hello, Mr. Engelbaum. Yes, you're the kind of guy, and just picking up from your earlier comments, the perfect guy. The perfect guy. Okay? And the perfect guy is not going to be like Van Gogh and leave a lot and get a bunch of money after he's gone. I've already told my offspring I'm spending it all. So anything left over they can have, but it ain't gonna be much. So, now I've said it, it's publicly out there, and there you go. I am, excited about the fact that my exhibits have gone digital. I am creating a digital Black History Medical Museum as we speak, and it should be ready by February, I hope. And it's coming out in a different way, but I won't say much more than that just yet, simply because we're still constructing it, and I don't want to get ahead of myself in case something happens and it doesn't make it. But in the meantime, I've also got a series of healthcare game shows that I'm going to put forth on the Internet. And these are aimed at all communities, and particularly churches, because I want church to reach out to church congregational members. They're educational, they're informative, and they're fun. And there's an opportunity for the churches to win prizes, and I'm going to make that monetary prizes. So churches that are looking for other ways to generate money aside from tithing, this is the opportunity to do it, and let your crew also have fun while they're doing it.
And if anyone is interested in more information on it, I always like to give out my toll-free number, because it's available to take messages 24 hours a day. And one of the special features when I'm off the air, please write down my toll-free number, because I really get such great satisfaction. And since it's Thanksgiving, I'm thankful that so many people have called. Call 888-489-8980. That's 888-489-8980. If you have an organization or a church that you're looking for an interesting and fun way of actually raising money for the church, as well as really encouraging people to come to the church, aside from the spiritual aspects, why not enjoy each other's company? So many churches and all kinds of houses of faith, many times the members come to the service and really don't know each other. And what a great way of really learning about health tips. In fact, Dr. Lee, you may have heard that one of the greatest remarks I heard when Walt Disney was promoting his programs of going into schools and by way of entertainment was that you can teach young and adult people so much more when in an entertaining way, because it opens up the mind. And
yes.
And I'll tell you, can you give us a taste of some of the questions that come up in your health education?
Yeah. Well, one show, I've got several shows, but one show allows competing churches to put up congregational members. It's based on a format like Family Feud, and the churches compete against one another. And, of course, like on Family Feud, we have a set of questions, trivia questions on health care, okay? And the people get we give them choices on the answers, So all you got to do, you don't have to struggle with trying to come up with an answer out your head. We'll give you the opportunity to pick a correct answer. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you win. So I don't want anybody to be intimidated by the fact that it's a game show.
Mm-hmm.
And I call them common sense, nonsense questions.
Mm-hmm.
But they're questions that people should be aware of, in terms of, and they're odd questions, to be honest, that what's a good food for getting rid of a headache? Is it avocado, cantaloupe, or spinach? Okay? And so you pick from that. And, of course, the answer is obviously, you knew this answer is spinach as a pharmacist. I'm sure you knew that.
See, it's funny you say that, because as soon as you said spinach, first thing that came to my mind was Popeye.
Of course, that was it. And here's one. Did you know that in the city of Detroit, is it possible that a restaurant will cook a 1,500-pound hamburger? And the answer, of course, is yes or no. Well, the answer is yes. There is a restaurant that will do that. Or that you can order a tequila drink with a dehydrated toe in it. Yes or no? And, of course, the answer is yes.
Well, that would make... And I'll tell you something, not to complicate things, but aside from having the church have that type of information, it might be fun to reach out to the consumer market. So when you're having a party, especially around Thanksgiving, where you're talking about food and what have you, wouldn't it be a fun way for you to share health tips? And
schedule a show, and we'll do it by way of Zoom. I don't have to be there. And I may not even necessarily be the moderator, to be honest, but we'll have somebody that's better looking than me who will handle the show, and I'm just a producer and a facilitator. And you just and you schedule a show, and we'll work with you in terms of how to get sponsors to help fundraise. Because the prize money can go beyond just the prize money. It can go from just sponsorship from the show.
Right.
So anybody interested need to call you and say, hey, let's schedule something.
Yeah, right.
We schedule it in the afternoon or the day, or we schedule it in the evening.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, that's one thing about technology today, is that people that are homebound could zoom in even from their own homes as well. And what I really get excited about now is that I belong to the Rotary and the Optimist Club. And by the way, since we're on the brink of a new year, if you want to make a commitment of how you can look on the new year with some new ideas, by all means, why don't you consider having Zoom-type meetings, and you can, what they call hybrid, where you can meet in person for those people that want to get together physically, and the ones that unfortunately or because of inconvenience can't come to the venue can come in by phone. I mean, the key, and I try to bring that out. In fact, especially since we're promoting the positive aspects of aging, there's so much wisdom that so many people really could share with people in their lives that they don't get a chance to, and many times because in the past, unless you got together in person, you never really got to know each other. Now you can do it in person and by phone. What a country.
What a country. What a country.
So if anyone is interested, it's not a big deal. and putting it together, because Dr. Andre Lee has been doing the program. Give us a call at our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, and we'll be glad to implement it in your church or organization on how you can get people together in a fun way, and also, as I like to joke about it, that you can walk out smarter than you walked in.
That's right.
And with a few bucks.
And I got one for you. I saw it on the back of a trailer. Have an adventure before dementia.
Yeah, there you go. I actually am a full proponent of keeping things simple. Is that the truth of it is that there are so many people that, if given the opportunity to really share their wisdom, it'd be amazing how many people that they've known for years don't realize how wise they are. Because, not to get serious, since we're trying to be thankful, grateful, and as happy as possible, is that it's so sad many times at funerals. You meet people that at the funeral that turn out to be people that you've known for years, and that you didn't know how close you were to the deceased, and you find out, hey, I didn't know you were involved in that person's life. Well, don't wait till the funeral comes up. Do it while you're alive and enjoy life as best as you can. And Dr. Andre Lee with his programs, and these are not complicated types of programs. You just let us know you're interested, and you can end up helping your congregation and yourself, and also be more educated. One of my favorite.
What a world!
So call us at our toll-free number, 888-489-8980. Dr. Andre Lee, look forward to talking to you at your first opportune moment. The next time you have a chance to call in, by all means, do so. So God bless and happy Thanksgiving. And right now we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. Hi, Ike Engelbaum. One of my sponsors is Cofix Nasal Spray. You can spray the inside of your nose and almost have the same benefits as a mask. In fact, it's been so well proven that it's now on the market in drugstores. Cofix RX. Spray it in the nose. 45 seconds later, you have up to 8 hours like a shield inside your nose. It's been scientifically proven. I'm really excited about it. I use it anytime I go out in a huge crowd. If you need any more information, call 888-489-8980. 888-489-8980. Family run for over 88 years, Friends Hardware has remained family owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. Need to satisfy that sweet tooth? Head on over to the RA Bakery Market and pick up the ever-popular chocolate ripple cake. Its tunnels or buttercream frosting under a decadent fudge icing. A little taste of heaven is at your RA Bakery Market on Farmington Road between I-96 and Plymouth Road in Livonia. Call 1-888-489-8980 for better directions. And how sweet it is, like Jackie Gleason used to say. What better way of actually enjoying the whatever food you're having with some Maury Bakery types of goodies. They still have Sanders products, and I cannot tell you what phenomenal value they have. Visit them, and you'll be really not only pleasantly surprised as to the prices, but how wonderful it is. I've had so many products of theirs at special events that I go to. I just wanted to remind you at this time of the year, one of the things at Thanksgiving dinner that you should consider, if you haven't already done it, we've done it for years. We go around the room asking everyone to share what they are grateful about. So many times you don't appreciate simple things that we have, and especially people that are in a situation where they've had a lot of difficulty in their lives. The fact that you are able to get together and share your thoughts is so wonderful. And for the new year, which is right around the corner, by all means, reach out to your friends and neighbors, and why not just go down the line when you're in of people that you may have gone to school with. You probably still have their contact information. You've got a yearbook. Right now, it'd be such a wonderful time to inspire friends and relatives that you have not been in touch with. And especially if you have a chance to brighten up their day, your voice on the phone is so much more meaningful than sending out some sort of an email. Don't get me wrong, emails are wonderful. It shows that you still care about them, but nothing beats a human voice. And that's one of the wonderful things about the radio show, is that you could actually be napping and you can still hear the show. And for those people that you know that are unfortunately homebound and alone, you would be amazed as to how therapeutic your contact is. I must admit I've had situations where I've forgotten to call friends that I haven't talked to in years, and then comes around the holiday time and I'm looking through my directory of people that I have on my phone, say, hey, I haven't talked to that person in so long. And when you call, I cannot tell you how many times I've had the person say, wow, so great to hear from you. Just be in touch, and especially in your own neighborhood, if you know someone who's living by themselves, why not invite them over to join either in the meal or have an RA Bakery sweet type of treat with some tea or coffee, and it's such an inspiration. You know, there are a lot of ways that you can be in touch with people via the postcards, letters, but nothing beats that human being to human being connection. I have some other thoughts to share with you, but not today because I run out of time. And I never like to leave this program without my favorite parting thought, which is yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with a bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other in achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me. For over 30 years, Cruz Hearing and Service has helped thousands of people improve their hearing and enjoy the sounds of their life again. If you don't hear as well as you like, Cruz Hearing can help you. They have actually hearing aids that the batteries do not need to be recharged. And they also have a caption phone that you can view for free. And also the phone, if you are over 65, is available to you free. So any phone calls you get, you can see captioned if you don't hear that well. Hey, they've got other stuff. If you'd like the free cookbook, call 1-888-489-8980. That's available. You can call Cruz Hearing Direct at 877-456-2789. The number direct is 877-456-2789.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
And welcome. And hopefully you are having an opportunity to get together with friends and family and really appreciate this wonderful country. It's Thanksgiving, and you should be thankful that we are in a situation where we've got some really decent weather. And if you are looking to start a new venture, everyone always says, I'm going to wait till next year. Well, guess what? Next year is not that far away. And at this point, let's celebrate Thanksgiving and think back for the year as to what you would have liked to have done better, but enjoy what you did that worked out well. While I'm on the air, the on-the-air phone number is 248-557-3300. And if you have a question in regards to your business and some ideas on how to increase sales, or possibly you're considering a change of direction, that's what the Entrepreneurs Network that I'm so proud that we started is all about. We have weekly meetings, monthly meetings, we have combination meetings of entrepreneur network opportunities, no matter where you are. And the wonderful thing about this program is that we not only have it on conventional radio, but you can hear us on the internet as well. While we're on the air, 248-557-3300. But when I'm off the air and you want some coaching in terms of what you want to do next, by all means, feel free to call our toll-free number, which is 888-489-8980. Again, write down that number, 888-489-8980. We have so many opportunities that if you're looking for extra income, and especially with the prices that are at the supermarket these days, I don't know, unless if you're really up there in the higher income level, how you cannot be possibly affected financially. Unfortunately, this is part of our situation today. As you know, with all the bickering about fuel, as to saving the environment, so many decisions are being made that actually affect the very delivery of products and food. And the only way you can really overcome those situations is to look at it in a positive way. You know, I'm reminded of that saying that don't cry over spilled milk, just go and find another cow to milk. Okay. So when you come into situations like we're facing today with rising prices and you're not quite making the income that you need, not just to survive, but to thrive, give us a call. We can help you in having what they call a side hustle. You don't have to leave you're getting a salary. In fact, if you get nothing, as far as what I feel is good advice for today, I think what you should consider is keep what you have and be ready to do a little extra effort and find an additional resource. And it's called residual income. And there are so many great programs that I'm involved with personally that really I have multiple resources in terms of the different businesses. I don't mind sharing with you. While I'm on the air, I always welcome you to call the on-the-air phone number, 248-557-3300. If you have a business idea that you'd like collective wisdom, we have over 20,000 contacts. This is only because we've been around for 5-0 as far as our Entrepreneurs Network organization for 50 years. That's half a century. And I'm proud of it. And I really do this program plus the networking organization because I want to give back to this wonderful country. And I think you should consider having a second way of earning some income. I don't mind sharing with you one of my involvements is a discount program on healthcare. We always hear about how the insurance of different services are and how expensive prescription drugs are. Well, if your insurance company doesn't cover what your needs are, like vision and hearing, we can have what's called actually non-insurance insurance. One of the programs I'm involved with is a Merit whereby it's a membership, whereby it's not insurance, so you don't even need to be medically, examined and what have you. And you can save anywhere from 50 to 80% on most prescriptions. Also, you can get vision and also hearing at a tremendous discount no matter where you are in the United States. It's a membership monthly fee of just $39.95. And if you think that that's expensive, try to be without insurance. See how expensive that is. So in other words, no matter what zip code you're in, if you are interested in saving on your healthcare needs, and also they have a program once you're a member that you can get a discount on your office supplies and printing for business. As an entrepreneur, I don't know how you can exist without needing different flyers printed and what have you. And we're talking places like Staples and Office Depot that you can save considerable amounts of money. Call us at 888-489-8980. And here's the special benefit. If you get involved with the programs I'm involved with, if you refer someone or bring someone in, you can actually get a bonus, and whatever they purchase, you get a commission on. So in other words, you could make money while you're sleeping. And if you don't think that's a good opportunity, I think you should rethink your whole way of thinking. So by all means, call us at 888-489-8980 if you've got a business idea that you want to share and how to get it started, financed. We have attorneys, accountants in our organization that really are very affordable. And it's not a one-night stand. We have ongoing coaching. So you can call 7 days a week practically. And quite a few of our members now with the Zoom meetings are able to be reached even out of the country. So we've got some members in California where there's a 3-hour difference, so you can call them at 3 in the morning if you wish. I'm not sure if they wish for you to call them that, but give us a call at our toll-free number, 888-489-80. And what I'd like to do right after our break is, with a brand new year, I want to share some marketing ideas that you can do by phone. So don't go away. We will be right back. Hi, Ike Engelbaum. I am really excited about a new sponsor, and that is Memory Health. These are vitamin capsules that you take 3 a day, and it improves your memory. Memory Health has been proven to be scientifically helpful for early stages of Alzheimer's. In fact, it has been claimed that it can even forestall Alzheimer's. Dr. Joel Kahn made this statement: "In my more than 30 years of practicing medicine, no other product has ever come close to truly supporting brain health like Memory Health. It's a safe, natural supplement." If you need any more information, call 888-489-8980, 888-489-8980. Family run for over 88 years, Front's Hardware has remained family-owned and operated. Friends Hardware is one of a kind. You'll find the newest products offered on TV at very competitive prices. You'll also find safety products, grab bars for bathrooms, battery-operated light switches, remote control devices that you can turn your lamps on or any electrical device. You don't have to run out there anymore. Just press the button. Better yet, just visit Friends Hardware, located on Main Street and 11.5 Mile Road. They're open every day. If you wish to call, it's 248-544-8111. That's 248-544-8111. Better yet, just visit 11.5 Mile Road and Main Street, Friends Hardware. And we're back, and hopefully you are as well. And I want to encourage you to stay in touch with us, especially now with the new year right around the corner. You may want to do some new stuff. Unfortunately, because of the COVID situation that we've had to deal with and are dealing with, the importance of having the right human being connections is more important than ever before. I'm really excited about the opportunities that now are available, because as you've heard, there are so many different businesses that have actually had difficulty in keeping on going because so many people don't want to come back to work. Well, the truth of it is that is an opportunity, that there are businesses out there that would welcome a partnership or joint venture. If there's a business that you wanted to go into but couldn't get in on your own, we can help you in working out an arrangement whereby you can work with the existing business owner and also work out some sort of a partnership agreement of buyout. One of the things I can share with you from my life is when I started out as a pharmacist, when I graduated, I always had the vision and desire to be my own boss. So what I did when I applied to be a pharmacist in a drugstore, I purposely went out of my way to find owners that were sort of in the later stages of life, or as I like to say, they weren't old, but they were seasoned. Why? Because especially in those days, we didn't have all the big guys around like Walgreens and Rite Aid and Walmart's. They were mostly privately owned, or at least sole owned, and you figured that as a pharmacist who was getting older, he would consider selling his business. So I was very upfront, and it worked out rather well for me, is that I would tell them, I really like your store and I'd like to work with you, and is there a possibility that I could prove myself to you, and if you're ready to sell your business, the legal term is right of first refusal. So in other words, if the person is ready to sell, you're the guy or gal that's there ready to go on. But let's say you are currently marketing your current business, whatever you are doing. I would love for you to be in touch with me, because we've got a team of not only accountants and attorneys that are very affordable, but we have a complete digital program for you to build your business. What's wonderful today is that if you work smart versus the old-fashioned way of working harder and harder and burning yourself out, think that on your business rather in your business. But there are simple ways, like something that you probably have around the house, not only a hardwired phone, but a cell phone. You can go anywhere now, and you're not stuck to be in your home. But how do you market your business by phone? Whenever you make a phone call, first thing that you have to have clear in your mind is that why are you making that call? When you make that call, ask yourself, what is my goal that I want to accomplish? And if you are serious about wanting to be successful, you have to use the acronym WIIFT. WIIFT, and that's T as in Tom. And instead of WIIFM, and that, what that is, means, and it's the key to really making a sale or versus just having a conversation. WIIFM stands for what's in it for me. So many mediocre salespeople will call, and what they have in mind is, the reason I'm calling is I want to make a sale. The top salespeople go in with WIIFT, which stands for what's in it for them. So when you make a call for a specific type of product that you want to sell, make sure that the person is alerted that because you are involved with it, that you'll figure out a way or offer a way that they'll benefit, and that's what's in it for them. I can't tell you how many times I've had people call, and it sounds like a computer, and many times these are computer calls. So personalize it. So let's say you're calling a hardware store. Make sure that you have something really beneficial for them, and you start from the get-go. Say, I have a product or the service that is really specialized in helping hardware stores improve their business. I'll give you an example. One of my sponsors years ago, it's now with the big box stores, was a product called Working Hands. Working Hands was formulated by a pharmacist who saw her father, who was a farmer, especially around the winter time, whereby he'd be out in the field, and because of the weather, he'd get chapped hands, the skin would crack and bleed. So she decided that she was going to figure out a way on how to help heal the skin. And she came up with a formulation. I personally use it myself, and I'm not a farmer. In fact, far from it. The truth of it is, around the winter time, which is not that far away, if you have cracked hand, cracked skin, it can be so devastating that many times you can't pick up anything. Anyway, this product was intended initially for drugstores, but the owner of the product, the inventor, came out of the realization, hey, who goes to hardware store but people that are working outdoors? So now it's available in the big guys like Lowe's and Home Depot. So that's a creative way of how you can take your product and adapt it to the market. That's what's in it for them. So a hardware store that normally just handles tools and stuff, if they can help the people that are buying the tools and so that they can use the tools better, is that much better off. And you have to always remember, what do I want to accomplish? Many times, another big mistake people make if they're trying to do any phone marketing is that they just have a script that they go by and sound like a recording, which is the worst thing that you can do. Each call has to be customized. And how do you get interest? That is the key. You got to get the attention. Because if you don't get the person's attention when you're making a call, you ain't going to get anywhere. And one of the most important lessons when you're making any phone type of marketing is that one of the first questions that you should ask is that obviously who the decision maker is. And if you want to be successful, you don't just call a company without knowing any of the staff. Now with the internet, you can actually do a search, find out who the owner is, who the buyer is. So when you call, more specific you are in your initial request. I'd like to talk to Bill McDonald. Bill McDonald may be the buyer. And sometimes, because of turnover, they'll say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Bill McDonald no longer is with us." Well, may I speak to whoever took Mr. McDonald's position? Next question the gatekeeper usually asks, "What is this about? What did you call about?" Be specific. We have a specific product or service, and when identify the product or service that's specific for whatever the business that is in. Once you develop an interest, and one of the things that everyone wants to deal with is we have a product that if you would handle, we have an advertising, multimedia advertising program that could help increase your business by 20%. Give them a enticing reason as to why they want to even talk to you further. And you have to ask the magic question. Once you are in touch with the appropriate person, very important, ask them, is this a convenient time for you? I use the term, is this a bad time for you? Bad may seem negative, but is this a convenient time for you? And if they say yes, obviously you go ahead. And if they say no, well, when would be a good time for me to call you back? Get their permission to give yourself a chance to make your presentation. I've got a whole bunch more stuff like that I think you'll find helpful. But I can't do it right now because we've run out of time. But I still would like to finish off with my favorite parting thought, which is if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.
KPFK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting